Alright, what's going on guys? It's Almond. Welcome back to another Wizard101 video. In today's video, we're going to be looking at the Wallaru patch notes for the recent patch that just happened on Thursday. So, at the time I'm recording this, it is Thursday night. I've already recorded everything that happened in the patch, right? So you guys will see a lot of videos today. You guys should see a lot of videos in the next coming days. I wasn't able to upload yesterday, so hopefully you guys don't get too mad about it. But I did stream for like 10 hours on Twitch, so I was streaming the entire time, the whole update. So if you guys do want to catch stuff like that, where I do everything beforehand, definitely join the Discord, and you'll get notified whenever time I go live on Twitch. All right, that would be pretty sweet if you guys can stop by. A lot of you guys been enjoying it, so there's that as well. And honestly, if you guys ever want to help me test out stuff on test realm, you guys are more than welcome to stop by, or even in live realm. I do appreciate all the help that I get from people in the community, so thank you. But we're gonna be looking over the patch notes on the actual website and give you guys some of my opinions regarding the things, and briefly go over all this stuff, because I always try to go over all over the patch notes. And if I miss out some stuff, do let me know in the comments below. If you guys want me to cover anything particularly, or you guys are looking forward to something, let me know. You guys will see a lot of stuff today, like I said. And plus, I'm gonna be out of town, so there won't be a stream as well either. So there's that. So let's quickly scroll down a bit. We've already seen these are like the regular patch notes, but these are the actual patch notes from the 9th. So at the time of recording, like I said, it is the 9th, but it's just really late at night. So spoiler wall has been lifted. So the spoiler wall, it's been down for a while now, right? Of course, players have been excited to see what the final boss is, what the actual final area is. At the time of recording this, there is another spoiler wall on top of on the spoiler wall. So the one that was lifted, you're able to do a lot of the quests, you are able to get to the final fight, but to see the ending of the Wallaru quest tree, it is bugged currently, because the fact that you can't talk to one of the NPCs. So kind of just ruins the immersion, and you guys will see when I upload the later videos today. But if it does get patched later today, I won't be able to cover it. I'll try my best. It just depends on what time I get home and stuff like that. So hopefully you guys don't get too mad at me about that. But if not, Monday will be like the best bet, and I'll upload it. So you should see a lot of videos regarding that. But it is lifted, so pay attention to when it comes to that. Now, the combat. This is a very... we all knew that this was, gonna happen at one point. But a lot of the fights have been tweaked. Now, there is some minions that still have like niche decks, right? They have like one pip, 2 pips from what it seems like. But as a whole, a lot of the fights have been adjusted. So let's go over this and I'll give you guys my thoughts. Now, combat. Universally increased health of Wallaru mobs. Revision to street mob decks. Some changes to street mob variation locations. Elites and boss mobs now have higher resist. You added shadow magic to certain bosses. Enemies in the Arcanum are now elites. Enemies in your dreams are now bosses with cheats. These fights are non-repeatable and less opportunity for testing than others. So please be sure to send any and all feedback our way. Several elite stats currently adjusted to bosses. They also cheat. Mr. Kane, Furiosa, Matilda, I don't know how to say it, Kali, and Solomon. Several cheat changes to notable bosses to include Arcane Toad, Armored Ned Kali, Tittlelac, I don't know how to say that, and Freddy Croker. Challenge mode has been added to Freddy Croker and a boss behind the spoiler wall. More to come in the future. Now, let's go over this. Let's dissect this. Now, a lot of players wanted the boss fights and just in general Wallaru to be a tad bit harder, because I think as a community, even people who were doing solo or duos were saying, dude, this is way too easy. Obviously me, I have my own experience, right? A lot of players say I don't have I can't say much because I do Scald Incendiate, but there are cheats that disable Scald Incendiate, make you fight a certain way, so that is a given. Now, I've actually on test realm been and visited some of these bosses. I have visited Mr. Kane, so you guys will see a video on that. If you guys want, I could do a video on Furiosa, Matilda, and Zolomon, and some of these other fights. Freddy Croker I did in the stream, so you guys will see my reaction to that. To me, that is wild what they did to this guy. The one who started working on this boss and tweaked it a bit is Stormbringer. Stormbringer is a dev that works on some of these bosses. Him, Cam, there's Calamity, and some other devs as well that work on enemies. Now, Stormbringer decided to put dispels in that fight, and honestly, I highly recommend that you guys off school. So it's really dual schooling is really good in that fight. I can't believe I'm saying that, but yeah, dual schooling is really good in that fight. You can still do Scald Incendiate. It's just you can carry cleanses, stuff like that to cleanse the dispels. Will cast cleanse will be really helpful. But to be honest, I just did off school in the stream and I just hit with an AoE on a myth, or with myth spells. So overall, it did seem pretty interesting right off the rip, and but yeah, I know a lot of players are struggling with that fight, but the challenge mode is a tad different. You guys will see whenever I upload the challenge mode. Honestly, it's wild, dude. Some of these videos you guys will see today, wild. But yes, regarding the combat, they are a tad bit difficult, and you guys should see more bosses. And I won't be able to give you guys an honest opinion about these fights right here regarding the solos, because I've only had one experience with the boss, and that was the Freddy fight. Now the other ones I won't know, because I would have to quest a whole new character. If you guys really want to, and I see enough feedback, I can quest one more time on Test Realm. But guys, I've already quested 2 times through Test Realm. I don't know if you guys want me to do a 3rd time. I should just wait for live, but I'd still like to see your guys' opinion. But I can visit some of these bosses if you guys want me to. Like I said, if you guys are really struggling on some of these fights, let me know in the comments below, and I will go back and do like a deep dive on some of these bosses. Mr. Kane is one of those, so don't worry. I've seen players already complain about this fight. Literally in my stream, multiple DMs were getting shot at me to do this fight, and I can see why, so be on the lookout for that video. And I'm glad that they added shadow magic to certain bosses. It kind of needed to happen, if I'm gonna be honest, because like we're like way past that point, right? Shadow magic has been a thing. It needed to just happen, right? It's just toss them on bosses. It's not a big deal. And the resist and stuff like that, it's not as noticeable to me, just because the fact that I had like pierce jewels and I had pierce on my pet, so like I'm piercing through most of this stuff, but I didn't have an issue. But I would have to give like a general honest opinion once I actually quest all the way through, so there's that. And then Armor Neck Collie, Arcane Toad, I can definitely go over the stuff, but like I said, all this stuff would have to wait till Monday, because obviously Test Realm's gonna be offline on the weekends, so there's that as well. Challenge mode, I went over challenge mode. I will have uploads of these challenge modes. There's 2 challenge mode videos that you guys will see either today or tomorrow. Liam, if you guys don't know Liam, the other he's a Wiz content creator. He's actually kind of very similar to one of these fights. Like you guys will see what I mean by this. Guild Museum, I definitely want to go over one more time. I saw Cam go over it on stream. Luckily he did, because I was very busy with other things, but players are giving me like some insight on what things were changed. But a lot of UI changes. It looks aesthetically pleasing as hell, very good when it comes to that, and they made it so you can actually see like the hidden artifacts that basically were glitching out. So I don't know if the museum is going to make its way to live realm. There's a lot of things I need to cover regarding, there's a lot of big news that's going to be like that's happening. That will be another videos on videos. But the museum, it looks aesthetically pleasing, the UI looks amazing, and they also fixed the Pendragon. Yep, me using Link bugged out the fight. You guys haven't, check out that, and it's fixed now. And they also adjusted the spells. Cam did adjust the spell that instead of it using the, I guess the Novus spell, it's, or not the Novus spell, my bad, the Lemuria spell, instead it's using Celestial Calendar, so you won't get as nuked with the dots. So there's that, but it's still gonna do a lot. And then there's other various bug fixes. I know players are gonna be like, well, why didn't they just list everything? Well, we know how this works every time, but it's just literally bug fixes I know this as a fact because there's a lot of buggy things in the museum, whether it be you not being able to interact with things, not being able to debug things, elixirs not working, stuff like that. There's a lot of things that were buggy, so they will fall into that category, and I will kind of have to check this on my own time. If you guys want to help me out on Test Realm, join the Discord and just ping me and be like, hey, I'm down to help you with the museum. The more people I get with the museum, I can test out a lot of these things and prep up a video for you guys to get a better understanding of the museum. I kind of already got a better understanding already, but I know a lot of other players in the community want to see me upload a museum video or other videos to help them out and help out their guild. So you guys will see that later down the line regarding that. Beast Moon, they've changed some stuff where you can transmute it upper rank. I didn't really cover up the hasty harvest, but it basically affects people who are grinding up Lunari, grinding up spell elements, and just grinding up all these other things. It basically like lowers your rates, and people have been upset about it. There's been some outrage in the Beast Moon community, but I will cover that in a separate video explaining it a little bit more in depth. And then miscellaneous, fixed a bug where heal overtimes are being affected by the charm manipulation spells. Basically, I think this refers to where heal overtimes are floating. That's my assumption. But beyond that, I don't know where else they can affect that. And there's also heal overtimes are acting as like certain... I don't know how to exactly explain it. Visually, I know how it worked. But there was a thing where like heal overtimes are activating charm cheats. Don't know how. I don't know. We don't talk about it. And then lastly, they fixed the PvP version of Wings of Fate to follow the new heal overtime value. Essentially, Wings of Fate, TLDR, they just lower the hot. Damage is still the same, I believe, just the hot is lowered. But let's be honest, I've never, at least this meta, I haven't seen a single person use Wings of Fate. Could be wrong though. I really wish they put Wings of Fate. I would use it in advanced combat, as dumb as that sounds. I would use it in advanced combat if it had a protected hot. It only has a protected dot. There's that. So those are all the patch notes for this test realm. Definitely, if you guys haven't, check out the spoiler wall. Highly recommend. Yeah, there's a lot of things. I've heard the intro of Wiz is now completely different too when you do sign in. There's also that on the patch notes. It's not listed, but whenever you load in on test realm, the loading screen has finally changed. I've never seen this happen, and I looked back at my VOD and I saw some devs that were in my chat were like, he missed the important part, and I had to clip it out of my VOD because it wasn't, there's copyright music in the background. Sadly, that's on my part, but essentially I missed over the new loading screen on test realm when the patch hit. So that's on my part. I'm sorry about that, but I will show you guys a clip of it in here. But it looks amazing. It honestly looks amazing. I don't know if they'll make an option of where you can use classic mode or not. I know there's some people gonna be like, well, I like the old one. No, but this one looks very aesthetically pleasing. It's very high quality, and it shows that they're trying their best, right? There's a lot of issues that I will be talking about in separate videos, but hey, the main thing is they're trying, right? They're trying their best, and at least, you know, they hear me out. They hear out other content creators, and I'm glad for that, right? Some players will say their own opinions. I know PvP is in shambles, according to some people. But as a PvE player, and like giving my like responses regarding some of these fights, whether it be bugs, issues, maybe suggesting ways that they can adjust the cheats, I'm glad that they do hear me out, and I appreciate the devs for that. So props to them. I know everyone will have their own experience, and obviously my experience will be a little bit different. But to me, I appreciate some of these devs that do hear me out when it comes to that. So thank you to all of them, and be on the lookout for a lot of these videos. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments below, or even ask me in Discord. I'm usually quicker to responses on Discord if people ping me in the Discord or whatever. Kind of slow when it comes to reading comments, so bear with me when it comes to all these videos. I have a lot of videos to make, and you guys know this. To all the people that have been watching me in my streams, literally streamed for 10 hours testing all these things for you guys, so I can upload all these videos. So there's that. But I hope you guys enjoyed me going over the patch notes. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe, all type of stuff. Join the Discord, as I said. Stop by the Twitch streams whenever you guys get the chance. If you guys do want to help out when it comes to videos, I appreciate all your guys' help. And yeah, we're just gonna keep going, keep on grinding, keep on posting videos. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, guys.